Hello and welcome to Black Amethyst Historical. This is Carmen, and today I am bringing you something a little bit different. This is inspired by Choose Your Own Adventure books, and you are going to choose your own message. If you would, walk along with me in your mind. You're walking, it's dark, it's nighttime. The moon is behind the clouds, it's very dark. Do you have a sense of where you are? Can you hear anything? The clouds drift, and the moon becomes brighter and more visible, shining down on you. You point your face toward the sky, feel the moonlight, and you feel your shadow behind you. You're walking, feeling, and suddenly your shadow begins to feel like a presence, as if there's someone else behind you. You pause and cautiously turn around. Who do you see? Which of these is behind you? Bird, ghost, mermaid, unicorn. Pause the video, go down to the description box, choose the timestamp of who you see behind you. When you turn around, you see a bird hopping along on the ground behind you. It has an injured wing, and it's carrying something in its beak. It comes closer, seems to have something to say to you, wants to get your attention. The bird drops something on the ground near your feet. Which is it? Which of these does the bird drop at your feet? Okay, here's the message from the bird for you. If you've been feeling stuck, like you're in a bit of a rut, maybe even hopeless, helpless, like you want someone or something to happen to change it all, to make things different, to make you feel differently. Like you feel like maybe you're just really confused about what to do next and how to take control of forces weighing you down mentally. Then the advice here is that you can be your own hero in this sense. You have the power to use your mind to overcome itself. The advice here I'm getting is for you to dive into something that you've been interested in, curious about, that you haven't before. Something that is possibly foreign to you altogether, something that's outside of your norm, your regular life, something that has been interesting, but you just haven't really given it a moment of your time before. Maybe go to the library or a bookstore. Obviously, if you only have internet and that's just the easiest way, you could go into a rabbit hole there. But I really get the feeling that you should utilize physical books. So it's just a matter of kind of going to a section and finding your way, finding a cover or a spine of a book that calls to you, and just dive in, just give it a chance. Let it take you away from the feelings that have been weighing down on you. Let it remind you that you have a great big mind and you have the capacity to absorb information from other places instead of this sort of negative self-talk that may be happening now. And I think you'll feel really empowered by gaining some new information that you that just really puts things in perspective, the bigger picture, remembering, you know, that there's a million things going on at once, more than a million. And you know, that sometimes we just zoom in so far on our so tight, so close on our own personal problems and issues and circumstances that we forget to pull out and look around. And that's the advice for you. So I hope it connected. Thanks. And this is the message from the bird for you. I have to mention that the green apatite also got the Eight of Swords in the first position here. That's fine. That's just further confirmation for me that people who chose the bird in the beginning may be in similar scenarios. This is a mental place. The Eight of Swords is a stuck and confused situation. For me here, I feel it has to do with feeling like things are out of your hands, like things that are happening around and to you, things that are happening in your life that you don't have any control over. These things may make you feel trapped. They make you feel down, you know, depressed, down, darkness. It feels like it feels insurmountable to a degree. Like you just don't have the willpower and the oomph to turn it around, is what I feel. However, the sun is here for you in the advice. And this advice is to find small things, little things that cheer you up and make you happy and make you feel warm. Whether it's looking at, you know, funny animal memes, like sweet animal memes, and then taking that a step further and seeing, you know, people rescuing animals, you know, people doing good, people remembering that there is goodness out there and that there are people practicing love every single day. This feels to me like what you need is warmth, and what you need is some healing on a spiritual level. I would say that this also involves a cycle closing for you. It's a matter of time in some respects. Like you will just naturally begin to emerge if you can, you know, keep your head up and just remember it's the little things. So do the smallest thing for yourself. If it's, you know, I don't know. I just get these feelings like warming things, like enjoying a nice tea or hot chocolate or coffee, you know, like warming things, enjoying a good healthy soup. Healthy, warm, nurturing sun types of things. If you can't get actual sun, if you can get actual sun, I would say even just sitting out on a bench or you know, or on a rock or wherever you are, just allowing the sun to just sink into your skin and get that vitamin D and get that warmth. That's what I get for you. That it's just, you just need some love. You just need some healing warmth. And you know, little ways will add up and you know how to find those. So if this was you, I wish you the best, and I'm so thankful. Okay. When you turned around, you saw what you believed to be a ghost. It was lingering there, hovering behind you, translucent and forlorn, lingering, and it had a message for you. As it evaporated into the air, you noticed on the ground beneath it 2 stones. You felt the urge to take one. Which one? This is the message from the ghost. If you've been feeling torn, feeling like you're not sure if you should let go of something or keep holding on, not sure if you have all the information to make your decision, like you don't know what the consequences of either will be, will you have regrets? The message for you here is, in letting go, you will be victorious. You will be freed up to move forward. The question that has been bogging you down, that's weighing on you, tearing you up, possibly, shouldn't be a question much longer. You know you have to let go, and you know you will be freed up to move toward your own victory, your own success. There will be movement quickly after you decide to break free. You'll have a newfound sense of freedom and weightlessness and feeling like anything is possible. You'll feel motivated to move toward your goals and your dreams. Something's been holding you down, and you just haven't wanted to let it go. That's what I'm getting for you. I hope it helps. Thanks so much. This is your message from the ghost. If you have been in a place of chaos and feeling this need to retreat, to kind of shut down and just make it stop, if there's been conflict or disruption around you that is wearing you out, if you feel exhausted, depleted, if you just feel like you need some alone time, you need some space, you need to take care of your own self, that is you knowing how to remove yourself from things that aren't serving you and really, trying to get this perspective that can put you back on the right path and make sure that you're cutting out any unnecessary energy. So the message for you is, with the star, that you are being led. You do have a guided connectedness. And when you take that time for yourself, you will find within a renewed hope and a sense of direction. Feels to me here like you'll feel cleansed and purified by your decision to honor your own needs above everything else for a moment and just cut it out and focus on yourself. And in that you will find, like I said, the direction, your course, your guidance for your next move, and just a fresh sense of hope and a fresh, it feels like a breath of fresh air. Honestly, it feels to me like getting away from something that is sort of tearing you up and feeling chaotic, and just putting a barrier between yourself and it, and just resting. It's okay to shut down for a day. It's okay, do what you need to take care of yourself. And within that space and time, you'll know the way out. That's the message for you. Thank you. When you turn around, you see a mermaid, and she's sad. She's crying, and she's singing a song in a tongue you don't understand, but you can feel her sadness. You feel longingness. You wonder if there's any way you can help her. She looks up at you with watery eyes, and then she raises her palms. She's showing you two things and wants you to take one. Which will you choose? If you have had recent revelations, a new perspective or an epiphany recently, and it's put you in a position to make a decision or decisions about how to move forward, or what it is that you need, the advice for you here with the Six of Cups is to let old dreams and old ideas, just let them be, let them go, and allow everything that has shaped you to be what you are now, to let that be what carries everything that you feel sentimental about forward. Like, if you have parts of yourself that you're just holding on to and it's affecting your ability to move forward, and maybe now you're seeing that you're not abandoning yourself or your soul or your heart just because things change. We are always changing. Everything is always changing. And if you can embrace that fact and that knowledge that you are an evolving person, and so is everyone around you, everything is always shifting. If you can just embrace that and go with it, you will carry the best parts of yourself and let go of the ones that have proven they can't take you anywhere. They will just hold you stuck and hold you in place where you will be left feeling longing and sadness and regret for things long gone, instead of optimistic about possibilities. I hope this was helpful, if this connected for you. Thanks so much. This is your message from the mermaid. If you have been in a pretty terrible place, a pretty dark place, possibly losing sleep or going things over and over and over in your mind, just really intrusive thoughts and maybe anxiety, just a lot of worry and stress, in a dark place where you're, really looking for light through a crack, and then you can open that door, crack it wide open. The message here for you with the Ace of Swords is that the clarity and the truth is on its way, and you will find that doorway, that portal out from where you've been. The further advice is to breathe. It sounds so simple, but it's true. Breath work will be one of your greatest tools for riding the storm. Becoming grounded in your body and allowing the feelings to wash over you and go. So maybe yoga practices, or even just any kind of exercise would be helpful. And sometimes when you're feeling really down, it's hard to motivate to do those things. So it could just even be taking a walk and getting fresh air. There's certainly a feeling here of fresh air being needed and healing, of fresh light coming with that. Clarity and truth, one and the same here for you, and definitely not out of reach. You just have to keep hanging on and wanting out and trying in the smallest ways to release the negative feelings that seem to have a grip on you. You may find, I'm feeling that you may find some help in sound bath. I can't say I've ever partaken in one, but I know of a group. They're always posting about doing a sound bath, and I know there are videos online that are just sound based. I get the feeling that that would be helpful for you. So I hope this is helpful for you. Hang on. You got it. It's all coming. Thank you. As you turn around, you can hardly believe what you're seeing. You see a unicorn, and you have to wonder if it's just a dream. But she's there, and she's gazing right into your eyes. She's calm and gentle, and she trusts you. So you believe in her. And she lowers her horn and points to the ground. And when you look down, you see that she wants you to pick something up. She lets out a gentle whinny, like horses do, and looks back up at you. She wants to know which one you'll choose. This is the message from the unicorn for you. If you have been having a difficult time moving past the ending of something, not knowing how to rebuild, how to start over, not knowing how to let go of lingering pain from that ending, from something that's no longer there in your life, the message for you is there's a great deal of care and nurturing love available to you. And it may not look like you would expect. This is old friends. This is family members that maybe you weren't as close to before. This is loving, caring, nurturing energy coming in to pick you up and to lift you up. Further advice that I'm getting for you is that you may not feel like receiving that because it's not from where you necessarily want it, or even realize that it's possible. You're being a bit stuck and stubborn in really just, you've got it in your mind that the only way to be soothed is this one way, but the way that you're thinking of is attached to this thing that's gone. So you have to really open your heart and open your mind to the reality that love will come in to heal you and to take care of you when you need it. It comes in all forms. It's sent in an almost angelic way by your spirit guides or whatever you believe, It just doesn't always look or present itself how you expect or even necessarily how you prefer. But take the love, take the care, let yourself be healed. I sense here a stubbornness around this, so allow yourself to be cared for. Allow yourself to feel the nurturing attention, regardless of the source not being, necessarily something that you had hoped for. Love comes, healing comes in really unexpected and mysterious ways. And that's my message for you. Hope it helps. Thanks so much. This is the message from the unicorn for you. If you have been feeling just extra irritable and annoyed lately, like every which way you turn, you're meeting oppositional force and you're having a hard time getting ahead or getting anywhere you need to be, and it's very frustrating. If you felt frustrated with where you are and where you want to be, and just not feeling like anything's gonna give, or just really just feeling like there's almost just something actively working against you. If you've been feeling jealousy, if you've been feeling that other people have an easier time and it's making you sort of irritable, that's the real strong feeling here. The message for you here is you need to remember the parts of you that view life in, you know, through the eyes of a child, like the parts of you that are sweet and gentle and romantic and creative, you know. You need to nourish those parts of yourself, that there is more to you, and you can't let, you know, the negatives take over who you are, because that's not all you are, and that's not who you are. You're a complex person with a lot of feelings and a lot to offer, and you don't want to just attract more you know, misaligned energy and combat and argument and, you know, just blockages. You want to attract something better. You want to get out of the headspace, probably. So part of that is realizing, you know, that you are still this sweet person who sees the world and life and other people in sometimes, you know, more beautiful and wonderful ways. And the further advice that I have for you is something that might be helpful would be, there are two things that I'm getting. One is to let yourself indulge in an old favorite movie, like a movie from childhood that just really sent you, your mind and your imagination, into a sweet place. You know, like what comes to mind for me at this moment is like E.T. Like it just touched me when I was, you know, I think 10 when it came out. And so if you can think of, you know, some movie that you watched, or you know, something like that, or a book that you read when you were a child that opened up your imagination and made you feel so much wonderment and sweetness, then indulge in that. Give yourself a couple of hours to read the book or watch the film and feel that again, and reconnect to that part of you that doesn't hate everything. And then the other thing that I have is for you to do some crafting. I know this is random, but you know, if there's something that you like to do, it could be anything from collage, coloring, building something with modeling clay or even Play-Doh, any sort of crafting. You could bake cookies and just, you know, shape them into funny little figures, or anything, you know, and something that is creative that you can do to take you out of the energy of, you know, this combative, irritated energy. You know, just remember the sweetness inside of you, and you'll be able to guide your own self out of that. And that's the message that I have for you. I hope it was helpful, and I thank you so much.